Hello everyone, I am Sherri and this is me now. Welcome to this week's video. I know that I said last week it was going to be about my views on liposuction. However, I apologize. This week I have been quite ill for several factors, and since this is me now, I felt that this was more in line with the purpose of this channel, and I'm simply going to bump the liposuction video over to next week. I apologize for my bad voice and death shroud face, but it was the best I could do under the circumstances. Okay, so for this week I'm going to keep it short, and as talking is difficult, and as I haven't yet created next week's video, but am going to try to do it sometime this weekend, this apology goes out to that one as well. Okay. Alright, so as I have mentioned before, I'm on a number of medications to control the speed of the damage that the rheumatoid arthritis causes to my body. Most of them are anti-inflammatories with no pain medications at all, so this is good, as I was living on over-the-counter pain med cocktails to control the pain before they finally figured out what I had, at which point I was able to stop taking them altogether. Another one, the one for today's topic, is methotrexate, which basically turns off my immune system so that it does not attack the arthritis, as it is not able to fix it, but if left working, it will continue to try, causing accelerated crippling damage. The other one is folic acid, which is simply a vitamin to help as it sort of counters some of the side effects from the methotrexate, from what I understand. Wow, sorry guys. I'm doing my best here. Okay, so in order for me to get the COVID vaccine, my immune system has to be first turned back on, no methotrexate for 2 weeks. Then after the shot, left to do its job with the vaccine for another 2 weeks. This means 4 weeks of compiled damage from my immune system trying to fix me. Also, it takes at least another week of taking the methotrexate for my body to realize it's back and slow down the damage again. The first shot wasn't too bad, as I managed with little difficulties until about the middle of the 3rd week, but made it through the entire process with no problems to speak of. 6 months later, for the second shot, I noticed the difficulties as early as the end of the 2nd week, basically the same weekend that I got the shot. I was still alright. I simply had to be extremely careful how I walked, stepped, reached, etc. You know, my basic everyday anyways, just a little intensified. All in all, it went well and off without a hitch, and only dislocated a few things a couple of times because I was being careless. Now, I have been going through the process again for the booster shot, only to find out that there are no boosters available in the city. Yay! So I may have to cope for an extra week or 2 of damage, because I have no intentions of starting over. I mean, really, it would be the same damage anyway if I chose to start from scratch. Each time I do this, it clearly leaves lasting damage, as this time I was feeling the damage and effects after only a week. Then I got sick. Not COVID, thankfully, but sick just the same. For me, getting sick, even a little, is debilitating for a number of reasons. I don't have a properly working immune system, obviously. Right now, it is in overdrive because it has just recently been turned back on, and it's like my system is saying, oh my god, look at all this work we have to do. Hurry, let's fix it all right now. I also have a tendency to get tonsillitis, which I got from this cold. They won't remove them unless it's a life or death situation, and So I just learned to cope with it. Something I'm used to, but piled onto everything else, it is definitely worse than usual. I got way more ill than I should have simply due to my personal circumstances, and now I have had to decline taking my granddaughter until I am back on it so that I can finish toughing it out until my system mellows out. So, not fun. Doesn't make me happy. Won't make her happy. I am seriously and confidently stating that I have had absolutely no issues with the COVID vaccine whatsoever. Aside from the usual sore poke spot, maybe a day of sleepiness, etc. Same level of poopiness that we all had getting shots in school. As depleting as my health is at times, and for the shot, I have to basically make it worse. The shot has nothing for an effect whatsoever. I know this is a controversial subject. Seems like my whole life is a controversial subject. Maybe that's why it's worth putting out there and sharing with the world. Anyway, for me, for my body, for my health, the shot has had not been a problem at all. This is hard. Okay. What I really need though is to fix my actual body so that the cartilage, joints, etc. that are affected by the arthritis are repaired so that I can stop taking all these expensive medications and allow my immune system to do what it's supposed to do. Really, the shot doesn't actually do anything for me, since once it has its 2 weeks to work, the vaccine, I simply take the Methotrexate again and turn it off. I would actually really like to allow my body to work the way it's supposed to. I get the shot so I can go to a restaurant, go swimming, go to the bar, go to a movie, whatever. Not that I can actually afford to do any of that since my meds cost so terribly much. But I want this world to get back to normal. I want my health and life back. If I can make that happen by the time this poopy pandemic is finally over, then I will be flying high. I am Sherri on Me Now, signing off for some rest. Over and out.